Hello everyone, myself Kirish with the SOLIDWORKS series of tutorials. Getting started with SOLIDWORKS sketching 2.1 session. So here we'll see advanced sketcher modules, how to deal with these all the stuffs. Okay, agenda is the same introduction to the sketching tools, dynamic mirror utilization, geometric and dimensional constraints, fully defining the sketches, exercises on it, and few quick tips. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, so I'll start with the new template. Okay, the part as a template I'll choose here. So as you could see, the exercise number 9 is below. By just looking at that, you can understand. So I'll start with the front plane by default, and I'll try to start with the a simple line here. Okay, you can even define the dimensions by using the on-screen numeric input. Let's say it's 40 now, and here it is 50. Yeah, now I need an arc, so instead of that I'll simply draw a line, so later on you can create the arc. Okay, so you already know this one. Just by holding the pointer and just moving towards the point to get the concentric symbol and then moving away, it will give you the arc, right? You can do the same here. So I'll do the same at this location as well. Okay, so now you can draw the center slot by using the slot tool as well. You can see here it is there. You can use the different slot types. So I'll choose the center slots. Now you can define the dimensions. Activate the dimension tool. So these two are vertical, right? And then this side also the same. I need to define the same thing. So dimensions, that shortcut 15 is the radius there, and this is 50. And then I'll go ahead with the dimension. This is 12, and from these two should be vertical. Yeah, now they are in black. I need to fully define these arcs now. First I need to define the center distance, so I don't have it right now. I'll simply draw the circle here. So diameter 20. Okay, and now this is radius 30 in the sense 60. That is also done. Yeah, so now you can use this fillet tool. At that location you can define the radius of 15. It's 10 here. I'll change it to 15. Okay, this is done. So I'll get the center point there, right? That I can use, and I can define the dimension between these two. It is 40 here. Before that you can make it vertical if you want. Yeah, and now it is 40. That's fine. Remaining everything is fine. So you can go ahead with these. So this is done. Next thing is exercise number 10. So I'll simply draw the reference axis. I'll define the dynamic entities because I'll draw only one side here. So make it construction because that will act as a reference. See, for circle, just define the dimensions if you want. It's radius 10, 20 dia. It's 70 here. Sorry, it's diameter 35. Okay, and then here one arc should be there. So I'll simply draw the dia 25, radius 50, and here that should be of also 35. If it is on the center line, it will give that warning issues. Here I need a line which should connect these. So this is a slight rectangle which I'm going to use it now. So this point to this point, I'll simply draw a line and I'll trim the extra stumps now. D for trim for me, you already know that. You can simply trim these. So once the trimming is done, the dimensioning part remaining. So from here to here, we know that it is 50, and then between these two it is 10, and this point to this it is, you need to hold the shift there, short distance, it is 32 actually. Okay, uh, yes, it's 32. These two should be tangent. I'll define the same. Yup, so quite good. Next thing is to fully define it. With the origin I need to define the reference, so I'll make these two horizontal, so they are predefined. Now these, the dimension, this is 20, but still it is underdefined. The reason might be, let me just think. What could be the reason? Oh, even this is moving. Yeah, actually this line should be horizontal, so I'll make it horizontal. Now it is fully defined, kind of. Yep, perfectly fine. You can trim these now. Yes, so the dimension, this should be collinear to this one, so you can select these two. You can't select these. What I'll do is I'll simply define the dimensions. Smart dimension tool I can use to define the dimension between these two. Yep, that is done. Yeah, finally I do need to draw the rectangular block here. I'll simply draw it. The dimensions, you could say it is 45 there, and then I'll close it. Yeah, that's all there. Now I need to give the tangency between these. Hold the control, select these to circle, release it, you'll get the quick access tools. Define the same. Trim, which and all not needed now. So I don't want this and this. Yep. So this is complete now. Yeah, so I'll go ahead with the next one. You can simply select all and delete. If you want to rearrange the dimensions, you can do it. But while drafting, you can do the drafting as per the standards. You don't need to worry about it. Yeah, this is quite simple. Yeah, we'll go ahead with the next one. Next one is exercise number 13, trust washer it is. So again I'll start with the front plane. The diameter is that is 152, the outside one. The inside one it is 104. And now I do need to draw the center rectangle, so I'll go ahead with the center rectangle itself. If you want, you can go ahead with the corner rectangle and define the dimensions, no issues for that. So the total dimension is, for now I'll take it as 57 into 2, because the one side dimension I know, so both the side it is multiply by 2, 114, and then this should be, it is 15.7. Yeah, and now I'll use the line tool and I'll draw the tangency between this and this one. so that you can get the that particular corner shape. Until and unless you get the tangents, you just hover your pointer on the circle like this. The shortcut is L. Oh, the side I do not draw it again, missed it. L for line and over tangents. Yeah, like this. Now you can trim the unwanted steps here. So there are so many steps, but while trimming you need to take care of these the linings, because you have used the center rectangle. It will remove the relation between the rectangle and the other points, so that you need to take care. So I think the center line is missing. I'll simply draw the line, and the distance is I know that it is from there to there it is actually this is not the same. I'll cancel it. From this to origin it is 50.8. Same thing that side as well. Okay, I'll make that line construction and I can trim the remaining. This and this inside, even this short one. Remember that these all the things will play very important role. Okay, and even this one, the side one. Yep. Now this looks perfectly fine with respect to the top, right? And these two I don't want. And now this is for construction, and the remaining steps I'll simply trim it out. This and inside one, and this one, and these two short edges. If I zoom it out, it's perfectly fine, right? Yeah. So if you want to hide these dimensional constraints, you can use the hide dimension constraint option. You can simply uncheck that one, and you could see the entire dimensions of the model right now. Yep. So this was quite simple. We'll go ahead with the one more exercise here. You can simply draw a rectangle, or you can press Ctrl Alt to select everything and delete for deleting everything. So from the center it is dimension 12.5, exercise number 14. You can see that, and the radius he has given 15.5 there. So it is 15.52 is the dia. I'll define the dimension. It should be, yeah, 15.52. You know, right? We have week in max. So if you want to display this as a radius, you can simply right click on the dimension. Yes, and now here you can use the display options and display as diameter first, and then display it as radius. Yeah, now you could see. If it is required, you could do it. Not every time, actually. So while drafting, you can do it. No issues for that. So now here also center it is radius 11.22. You can see the sketch, and then I do need to draw the bigger one. 35 radius it is, and then I do need to draw two more circles. Before that, this is 50 between these two. I think these two should be horizontal. Yeah, now they are fully defined. And then the cutout is quite complicated. For that, I'll finish this line. I'll join these two with tangency line now. If it is not tangent, you can do it manually. So again, these two are tangent. Okay. Next thing is, what I can do here is to draw this cutout. It's kind of slot. I can't do the slot here to do this. Okay, so what I can do is I can draw these circles. You can even draw from the center. I'll do the same, C for circle. So here it should be the radius he has given. Not actually, he hasn't given it, right? Yeah, if I take the radius 11 there, I can manage it. So the total distance is 15 the sense. 11 minus, if I do it, 49. So like that you can manage. So here also you can just add 61 into 2. Yeah, 122. That's fine. And now I just need to trim what and all I don't want. I got the two slots, curves, right? Here it's fine, no issues. I thought I could assign the tangency, but it's lying on it. So you can trim these. For me it is T or trim. You can set the same. I don't want this and even this. And here I don't want the inside edge and even this. So remember, while trimming you need to take care of these all the steps. Inside it is also not needed, so these two should be tangent now. Yeah, now it's gone. Oh, T for trim to trim this, even this inside one. Fine. I think I do need to add the fillets here. The radius of 6.3. Here one and here one. This looks quite good. So we can trim this as well as the inside one. Yup, the perfectly fine sketch ready. Swings the washer. Can rearrange dimensions. Okay, this was quite complicated, not so much. Yeah, so now we'll go ahead with the one more, that is exercise number 15, spacer. Start with the lanes, C for circle, shortcut, draw the diameters. So it is, it should not be 16. Okay, fine. 16, 54, and the outside one should be of 70. And now the inside one is 8.6, so you can place it on the to all the corners because you can easily snap them. You don't need to use the patterns here, circular pattern. It will take the less time. That's fine. The center line should be concentric, the perimeter one, right? So you can just make the same. This was quite easy. You don't need to waste the time here. Simply dimensions. Yeah, that's all. It's done. Spacer, simple one. Yeah, now this looks quite lengthier one. The exercise number 16, flight frontal. Yep, the same thing. We can just use the same plane. This time I'll use the dynamic mirror entities. That will help me to save the time here. center line and the activate the same dynamic mirror entities tool. We'll start from the origin. I'll go ahead, I'll refer this axis. From here I'll simply draw the rectangle first. I'll complete this and then the circles. Where is it? I'll draw the rough sketch. Okay, the top one, and here one should be at the bottom, like this. The dimensions are assigned later, and here one more, and at the top as well it is, and even its side it is horizontal to this. You can define the same. Almost done. So here one. It shouldn't be at the center, but I'll readjust it later. Can even draw the lines here for now. If I draw this, the shape will be symmetric, but I don't want it, so I'll simply remove it. Control Z. Fine. So I'll go ahead with the dimensioning now. A quite complicated task, right? The first thing is the diameter of this 4.2, and then this 0.2, and even this. All small holes are of same. The bigger one, the radius is 9.7, and the 2 is the dia. The same thing for the top. You can even define the equal if you want to save the time. So here I'll simply define the dimensions for now. Yeah, now the dimension part from the origin to the edge, it is 51.8, and then from here to this, sorry, not this, here to this, it is 30. It is 30. Yep, this should be 30. Yeah. Next thing is to define the dimensions for this as well. It is also same here, and then what would be the next step? Let me see these. From here to here it is 5. This is also same, and now it looks like very simple, but the dimensioning part is quite difficult, I'm facing. Yeah, between these two I am having 85.8. Yeah, that is done. So between these two center distance, I don't know, but it is 30. So what I can do here is it is 30. Yeah, same thing here. Okay, but still they are already fine. Okay, I need to give the dimension from the origin so that I can fully define it. So first thing is these two, 127. Yes, and then from here to here it is 127 by 2, right? Yep. So they are fully constrained, the outside one. Next thing is to define the distance between this to this point. Yes, given it is as 116.8. Actually it is 95.2. Okay. Yeah, from here to here he has given. Here the next step should be to add the one more circle. It is missing, right? Yes, and even that center circle should not be there because it is not needed there. I'll add one more. C4 circle. The dimensions between these two is 14, and the diameter is 5.8 into 2. From here to here I know it is vertical with the center, and the dimension between these two should be this 28.2. Yep, definitely defined. Yeah, the next step is this. This shouldn't be at the center. I should draw it somewhere. You can simply delete it, trim it. Yeah, now I'll add one more circle here and define the dimension. From here to here it is 34.9. Okay, sorry, I'll add it here. But still it is undefined. I think it is not vertical to the origin, right? I do think so. Okay, this shouldn't be the same because it should be somewhere else. So it is 54.90 actually. Yeah, the dimension is quite confusing. It is removed. Okay, uh, diameter is 11.6. That's fine. So I think we have fully defined the sketch, but still a few more things are needed. We can simply remove these all the geometry constraints, and now we can go ahead with the line so that you can create this cutout vertical one. Even you need to create the same cutout for the center circles, so that also we can do. So from here to here it is okay. The line should be vertical. What I can do is I can use the offset, right? So the offset distance between these two is 9.6 actually. You mentioned the same. Now these two should be vertical. Center distance, half of that. Mm, yes, now it's correct. Now you can trim the remaining stuffs. And this outside one, I only need this much, and the same thing with respect to the top one. Yeah, this is done. So still for the big diameters I need to do the same. I'll draw a line here as well as this side as well, like this. I know the distance from the line to the outer edge of the circle is 18.3. You can hold the shift and select the circle arc and the edge. This line, hold the shift, select the circle edge and drag it down. 18.3. Same thing here. Hold the shift, select these two, drag it down, release. 18.3. Yep. Now frame unwanted steps. This, and this extra. Yeah, so I think this is fully defined. You can see in the status bar. And this was okay, quite lengthy, but it was quite easy. Well, let's go ahead with the one more exercise. So exercise number 17 we'll deal with. So even that looks quite easy. We need to use the some of the few techniques over there because we don't have the extra dimensions given there. Here, the first thing I can do in the entire model is you can simply analyze it first. You can see he hasn't given the any specific dimension from where to start. So what I can do is I'll simply draw the rectangle. Okay, this is not the reference. I mean, so by default one. This is for just a reference. Okay, the dimension he has given it as. mm it's confusing. I think it's 32.6. Yeah, the top is 17.2. That's correct. Yes, I think it is. Yes, sorry, it is 3.26. These all should be a reference because I'm gonna place the circles on it. All circles are made of 0.41 dia. Can even consider inches as well. For now, I'll think it as mm. Okay. For now, I'll define it as 0.74. Later on, I can change it. So I'll simply randomly place all the circles. So there are total 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom. I'll do the same here. So once you define this much, you can add the dimension between these now. Okay. So these two should be not corradial. No, this is wrong. Control Z. Not concentric but equal. So if I define equal, so dimension for the all the circles will be the same. The diameter, I mean to say, equal. Same thing for the top one. Okay, so this is equal. So all the diameter are now 0.74. Yeah, now the distance between these two is, let's say it is 2.5, and even this should be same, but I'll define the vertical relation for all the circles to minimize the time span by just defining these relations. Now the distance between these two is 6.17. From here to here it is 9.86. Even this 13.55. Yup. Oh, we are done with this. The actual diameter is 0.41, but if I outside as you could see, actually that is 0.37 is the radius of the outer casing. So what I'll do is I'll change this now. It should be 0.4. Yes, 0.4. There should be 0.37 into 2. Now that's fine. Yes, now all the corners should have the same circle. I'll do the same. I'll simply draw the circles on all the corner points, and then you can just again select the same, hold the control and select all the circles and make it equal. Yep. Now you can simply draw the line to just join these all to create the rectangular slot kind of shape. So before that I do need to draw one more circle here, and then at the center I need to draw one more rectangle. This time corner rectangle will help. I cannot go with this center. So dimensions. Hmm, yeah, this should be 17.07. Yes, and then this side he has given it is 1.81 distance between these two. 1.81, and from the center to this is 0.7, but I need to make it exactly the center. It is 1.63. Diameter we know that it is 1.13. What I can do here is, yeah, from the center to this I can define horizontal. That will be exactly at the center now, but still it is underdefined. Between these two it is 0.5. Yes, that is done. The final step is between this two. Okay, I need to make this one first horizontal. That's all. I don't need to define any dimensions there. Yeah, we are done with the most of the steps. I'll simply join these all the circles now. You can use the extend tool there, so it will help you to just connect all these circle edges accordingly. You can see the projections that will help you to just get the exact locations you want to place the point. So yep, like this you could see everything is fine. You can simply trim the outside edges. I don't want them. And this side it is not completely fine. You can define the tangency first, hold the control and define the tangency. Then again smart dimension, no sorry, trim and remove these. Yes, again I don't want these, but the sketch will be undefined. uh, Let it be now. I can just deal with that one later. These, again this as well. Yeah, this is fine now. What I can do is I can simply refer the circle and the arcs of the circle so that they should have the same dia. Yeah, this is working fine. So I'll hold the control and do the same for these two arcs equal. Yep, fine. I think that's all. Oh, wait. I need to trim the one more circle. at the corner, right? Okay, before that I do need to add the fillets here. The fillet radius is 0.25. You can adjust it and just select the points. Yes, yes, no issues. Yup, it's all done, almost 99% it's done. But this circle I need to trim. Hmm, if I trim it, it's to the same. Okay, it is completely under defining the sketch. What I can do is Control Z. You can simply make it for construction, right? And then you can use the center point arc to simply draw an arc on that particular references. Not this. Yeah, this will work fine. Now this is okay, perfectly fine. Yep, this is how you can just create this one. So next one is to deal with the 18th one, retainer. It's quite simple, no issues there. Simply draw the diameters accordingly. So we can define it. Let's say I'll remove it. I'm gonna define the dimensions. I don't want to waste the time again for defining the dimensions again. Alright. So it is too big. It should be 359, and then the inside one actually, and then it should be 382. That is fine. And then outside should be 533, and then one more, the final one, 609. Yeah, I do need to place the small circles on the perimeter circle. You can make it for construction if you want. Yep, and then I need to add this circle here one, and to define the angle, as it is not placed on the vertical and horizontal line, to define the proper dimensions, what you can do is uh, it is moving along the perimeter. You can draw the reference lines. Before that I'll simply pattern it, circular pattern. You can refer the center point as a reference or the arc, anything is fine, but there should be this one. The number instances is 8. You can mention the same here. Yeah, fine, green check, but still they are undefined. I'll draw the center line, and from the center of the circle to the center of the entire sketch, from here to here, if I define the dimension, it is not possible, right? So for that I'll draw the line now, and this will not work. Line, make them for construction now, then not useful for the sketch. Now define the dimension, that will help you. From here to here it is 30. Okay, it is 22.5. Total is 45. Okay. But still sketch is undefined. What might be the reason? Okay, diameter I should define. I'll do it. It is 17.5, and then again it is still undefined. Okay, they are not exactly on the perimeter. I cannot use the constant rate. They are moving somewhere. Control Z, you can press it. Okay, I think they are not at the exactly center, right? So now I can simply select the point and the origin coincident. Now it might be, yes, fully defined. Yep, this is also a simple one. Let me go ahead with the 19th one. Again, this is quite simple. I hope up to now we have covered almost all the types of sketches, so that will help you to deal with this. You can simply draw the dimensions accordingly. So circles. One is of radius 10, diameter 20. The diameter should be again 110 and 38 and 55. No issues. And then here on the top, I do need two circles again. The radius is 20, diameter should be 40, and one more is, sorry, it is radius only 20 and the diameter is 40, and the diameter only 30 has given. Yeah, again here it is same. Yeah, one more circle group. That is done. Next thing is to define the dimensions accordingly. These two should be horizontal and bring them down. Yep, so this line tangent between these two circles. Next thing is to reduce the dimension between these two. You can simply drag it. Dimension between these two should be 65, 45 plus 20. That's fine. Yes. Now I can drag these two as 100. Yeah. Now here one circle should be there. Diameter 40. Radius is actually 20. You can define the hold the control and select these two to define the tangency, and do the same for the side. Yep. The next thing is still undefined. What might be the reason? Okay, from the center I didn't define the dimension. It is 20. Now it is fully defined. Trim it, not needed. Outside one. Here I need the arc. I can use the 3-point arc. First I'll draw the random one. If you're brilliant, you can simply select it both, but not so. Tangent here as well, tangent, and now the radius you could define it is 98. Oh, this is wrong. I should not do it. Control Z. Dimension 98. Here, okay. Again, this should be a perimeter, and then here it should be diameter 12. Same thing here. Equal you can use once you have defined it. That is easy to add the dimensions. That's all. It's done. I made a mistake here. The radius should be 198. It is 196 I have taken. Okay, you can just adjust it later. Sorry for that. Let me go ahead with next one. Exercise 20. reference. Again, I'll go ahead with the dynamic mirror entities, activate the tool, draw one side from the center. This should be there, and like this. I need the arc from here, move to the center. You can just move it again from the origin. No, let me just take this into account for now. Okay, and then from here again I need an arc like this. Fine. So now here circle diameter should be 20. You can define it if you want, but tangency I need it, so it is 20. Now these two should be tangent. Again, same thing for this. Yup, this. If I move it, okay, the complete shape will change. This is a mistake now. Control Z will help you. Yep. Now I'll define the dimensions first because the shape should not change. 20, this complete distance. This is 10, not from the center actually. This total length 10. And then the diameter. This is 60 radius, and this is 50 radius. Now I'll define the diameter. Hold the shift, select the reference axis. If you move away, you will get the center diameter distance. Remember that. So it is 30, and this, hold the shift, drag it out, 40. Yep, quite good, but still I'm confused here. What I can do here is he didn't give the total length, and that is one issue. That is a big issue actually. That should be needed. To compensate that one, what I can do, if I move it, okay, you can edit, double click on the sketch to edit it. No, I can't move it. I'll activate the relations actually. They're confusing. Yep. Yes, so the tangents relation I should remove. Right? It is not exactly tangent. I'll remove it. Now if I move it downwards, yeah, it will. Mm, yeah, this looks fine. Now the minimum distance I know it is 28. I can define it. Hold the shift, smart dimension activate, hold the shift and define these two arcs. So you're gonna get the minimum distance 28. That's fine. Okay, that will work again. I don't have the maximum distance. Actually, he has given 40. That doesn't matter. But if I define the maximum diameter as 40, that is not exactly correct actually. Let me just do the same first. Hmm. This is not correct. What I can do here is mm, I'll delete this. I can't even change it. So let me just mm, okay. First, I'll define the tangency now. That's fine. I'll trim the extra stuff. I don't want these. Yeah. Now I don't have the length. I'll simply define the dimension of the maximum dimension as 40 or 45. That will work for me for now, because without that reference I can't do anything here. So this is 40. Doesn't sound good, because anyway it is more. So I can give it 50 or 45, because as I don't know this one, so for that I can just leave it. This looks good, but more I can reduce it to 45. Yep, it's good. But still few things are remaining. The arc at my right is remaining. I'll add the 3-point arc. I don't even know the dimension of it. I'll define the radius. Let's say take it as 30. No issues for now. And the lines, the vertical lines are missing. In 2D I'm just drawing this reference. In 3D it is not like this, remember that. Okay, from here to here I need to connect. Yep, so this is how you can just deal with this kind of sketches. By now I hope you got each and every details about it, right? Yep. Finally, to summarize, we have gone through the Sketcher Workbench, dynamic mirror entities utilization, geometrical and the dimension constraints, fully defining the sketches, and quick tips while working on the Sketcher Workbench. So these all stuffs will help you to deal with the Sketcher Workbench. I hope these all the 20 exercises makes you perfect in Sketcher Workbench, so that you can directly learn the advanced spot modeling in the next series of sessions. Well, thank you for joining. Please do like and subscribe, and even share the YouTube link to your colleagues, so that we can just grow with flow. Thank you. Stay tuned.